A few seconds to go. Just a few seconds. And the cars have started exiting the pit boxes now. That's the Ferraris taking the wheel covers off. Oh, this today is a special day, you know. Formula One's underway, the WEC is underway, the green light is on, and the Alpines are also making their way out to the track. Have you guys seen the WEC qualifying? It was exciting. It was an exciting session. Yeah, such a close field, such an insane amount of hypercars. 19 cars we've seen there. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see a few cars starting to come out so far. Switch over to the tracker. So far it's only Sainz, Leclerc, Gasly, and Ocon out there. Sainz is up in front, making a little bit of a gap to Leclerc behind. Well, actually, Leclerc slowing off, is easing off, but Ocon and Gasly are quite close. We may see some slipstreaming action here to get out of Q1 between those two. Maybe that's why they came out so early and the two of them so close together. We may see some DRS slipstreaming action from Ocon to Gasly, and then from Gasly to Ocon towards the end of the season. That's I reckon the only way I can see them getting out of Q1 for this session. No one else has yet joined the track. We'll have to see who else manages to join. Carlos Sainz comes across the line to start the first flying lap of this 2023 season. So let's see, DRS open for the start for Carlos Sainz, and already Charles Leclerc has had an already better exit from the last corner of the final sector and has got a little bit more top speed as he sets purpler times on every mini sector of the first sector. As Carlos Sainz comes towards the start of the second one, let's see what they can do, and this is where he can start getting some more time here. Everyone is on the medium tires, by the way, and still no one else has joined the track. Yeah, no one else has decided to join. 15 minutes left to go to the end of Q1. No installation laps, no nothing for anyone. Just Leclerc and Sainz. Leclerc has clearly had a better sector 1. Doesn't seem to be the case. It seems pretty equal on the second sector. Let's see, yes, a better sector 2 for Carlos Sainz, but not by much. The first sector has got a Leclerc lead by almost 2/10. Oh, sorry, by over 2/10. And let's see, Carlos Sainz is the first driver to come across the line. Oh, with a yellow end to that first lap. So it's a 131.208 for Carlos Sainz, a 131.260 for Leclerc. Let's see, Ocon and Gasly, what's their pace? Across the line, 7, almost 8/10 slower than Carlos Sainz's time for Ocon. And let's see, Gasly across the line, 1.2 seconds of the pace of Carlos Sainz. That's a lot. That's a lot. Come on, multi-viewer. Nope, nothing. Currently seeing delay builds as GitHub is having issues. Oh my god. But yeah, nobody else has come out yet. Those are the only 4 times we have so far, and they may be towards the top and towards the back of towards the top and towards the bottom, of course, the front and the back, the top and the bottom, you know what I mean, of the grid. No one else has come out yet. 13.5 minutes left to go to the end of Q1. Yeah, but there's a lot of pace still left to extract from those cars. I assume people are gonna start running on the soft tires for their actual runs. Hello, Taslim Ahmed. How are ya? What's wrong with the live timing? Yeah, there's a lot of problems with live timings, apparently. Hi, Richmond. Hello, how are you? Okay, so everyone's coming out already. Yep. Everyone's coming out. Hulkenberg, Ricardo, Albon, Alonso, Tsunoda. Oh, Alonso, not Alonso. But, Joe, Troll. Yeah, that's Alonso. That's Piastri. That's Russell. Yeah, now everyone's coming out. Forza Scuderia Ferrari, best team in the world. We will repeat our success like 20 years ago by getting 1-2 in Bahrain. It's been a long time since Ferrari's had some success there. That's unfortunate. Verstappen radio? Everyone is stopping. Can I go or not? I don't want to stop, says Verstappen, seeing if he skips the queue and just goes up to the front. Yeah, because a lot of people are stopping in the pit lane, and that just, yeah, gets the tires colder, gets the engine warmer, and that's not what you want in a hot Bahrain night. Let's see, Pierre Gasly on board. Did he lose the rear? What happened there? Yeah, he was the slowest time. Okay, so I think, yeah, lap time deleted for exceeding track limits at turn 3. So that's his banker lap time gone in the medium tires for the Frenchman. So let's see, Q1 underway, 11 seconds to go. Everyone but Perez and Hamilton has left the pits at least once. Of course, the Ferraris and the Alpines are back in. Hamilton is out, and Perez. Where is Perez? Where is Perez is a good question to ask right now. Yep. Okay, so Pierre is, yep, not out. Max is gonna slay tomorrow, says. No name there, unfortunately. But yeah, a few fast laps are already starting to be set. Let me go into the data channel now. Fortunate that I cannot have everything side by side today, but oh well, that's what we can. We do what we can. Logan Sargent has got the fastest first sector so far of the session. Yeah, the midfield is starting to set some lap times as the front runners are finishing their out laps right now. The fastest second sector goes to Alex Albon. Sargent still holds the purple first sector. Let's see, yeah, Albon goes to the top right now by half a second from Carlos Sainz. P1 for him. Ricardo goes up into second place with his Toro Rosso. 3.33 tenths of a second slower than Alex Albon's time, as Nico Hulkenberg sets the fastest time of the session by 69 thousandths on his Haas so far. Yeah, Logan Sargent right behind Alex Albon, third place for him. Let's see, Alonso with the purple first sector, going fastest over that first part of the circuit. That's Joe, sixth fastest, lowest of the soft runners so far. Kevin Magnussen now slotting in between both of the Ferraris on the medium time. Valtteri Bottas, going slower than Zhou Yu. P8 for him right now as Piastri goes only up into third place. Not faster than Albon, not faster than Hülkenberg. The fastest second sector goes to Lando Norris as the first sector is being stolen by Max Verstappen. Lance Stroll goes up into fifth place right now. Up into fifth place as Lando Norris sets the fastest time of the session so far, 1:30.143. Let's see who's going to be the next one across the line. It's going to be Fernando Alonso. What can he do there? What can he do? Fastest second sector for Lando Norris as Alonso goes second fastest, 36 thousandths of a second slower than the McLaren. That's a very close margin as Max Verstappen leads, of course, by over a bit of a tenth of a second. Max Verstappen sets the fastest time so far at 1:30.031. George Russell slower than Alonso. P4 for the Mercedes driver ahead of the Haas though. Carlos Sainz is now out for a new fast lap. So is Leclerc, so is Ocon, and so is Gasly. Everyone is pushing now as Hamilton can only manage ninth there ahead of Lance Stroll, but behind the Williams of Logan Sargent. The Williams are looking decently competitive right now. I don't really know what's going on. It's still Q1. It's still early days though. Sergio Perez goes fourth, right behind Fernando Alonso, but ahead of George Russell in the Mercedes. Let's see how fast Leclerc is as he comes across the line. He's improving slightly, not so much on the third sector. Host fifth fastest, right behind Sergio Perez right there as Esteban Ocon comes across the line next. Yeah, doesn't seem like he's improved at all. No, he hasn't. Still 19th fastest. Carlos Sainz up into the top P1 right now, 1.2 tenths of a second faster than Max Verstappen's time. That's a good time, and that's the time to beat right now. Still, it's Q1, but Gasly finishes P20, P19 and P20 right now for Alpine on the soft rubber. Still, so yeah, I said Sainz at the top and the Alpines at the bottom. That's unfortunately how the dice roll has come out. So it's Sainz right now leading from Verstappen, Norris, Alonso, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Hülkenberg, Albon, Piastri, Sargent, Hamilton, Stroll, Tsunoda, and Ricciardo, with Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, Ocon, and Gasly in the elimination zone as everyone eases off their laps and starts to come in. We're gonna get everyone into the pits right now, warming up, changing the setup, changing the tires, and yeah, going out for another lap. Your Spanish pronunciation is so good. Are you Argentine? Yes, I am, SIC Studios. SAC Estudios Argentina. Sí. Nada, somos de acá. ¿Qué querés que te diga? That Mercedes was slow to move, says Sargent. Hamilton slow to move. Sargent complaining on the radio that the Mercedes did not react in time for his running. Let's see if that gets elevated up to the stewards. 5 minutes left to go to the end of Q1. It's a tight schedule today for me, so I may have to do a bit of a bathroom break between Q1 and Q2. I hope you all excuse me, but I may have to yeah, you know how the body works. You know what? Yeah, when you have to go, you have to go. I knew it was a mistake not to have gone to the bathroom as soon as the stream started, but yeah, I'm holding on to the end of Q1, and then I'll see what I do. Yeah, the map is don't worry, no one is on track right now, well, apart from Zhou and Piastri and Hülkenberg and Bottas, and yeah, everyone's coming out now for the second lap and the finish of the end of Q1 with just under 4 minutes left in the clock. I go somewhere else. Timetable not working is a no-go. I am so sorry to hear that. Hope you come back tomorrow when we get everything fixed. But yeah, not much I can do about not much we can do about the APIs not working. It's usually when something not working here. It's also not working on the other streams because we use. Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back. Like Jessa said once. Well, a lot of times actually. That's no, that's George Russell with Fernando Alonso on the back, and that's Ocon as well behind Alonso. Satisfying to say that. Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Albon, Piastri. No, Verstappen still in the pits. Hülkenberg, Albon, Piastri, Sargent, Hamilton, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricardo, Bottas, and Magnussen are all already out on outlaps. Yeah, GPS is back. Alpine. Yeah, Alpine is a problem. It's a problem. Alonso's on an outlap, but the top three are not. I reckon they think they are safe. Let's see what Alonso does. He doesn't think he's safe. Leclerc's also coming out. I don't agree with this, he says. Yeah, that's Leclerc getting ahead of Ocon. Yeah, Leclerc says he's not happy with coming out. Maybe it's the using a new set of tires. Maybe it's just coming out. 2 minutes left to go to the session. They think they cannot afford to stay in right now. Leclerc is in P6. Alonso is saying track evolution is a factor and is coming out as well. So is Sergio Perez. So is Norris and Verstappen as well. So the only driver not coming out is Carlos Sainz. Let's see what the times do. So Hülkenberg already improving, seeing purple mini sector. So it's Alex Albon. So there's a lot of pace still in the track. Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, everyone improving on their previous lap times other than, well, Sargent, Piastri. Yeah, Sargent and Piastri. Everyone else has been improving so far. Let's see as they come across the line what positions they finish in. Okay, the multi-viewer update is available now. Nice. Oof. Oscar Piastri only improves up into 8th place. Zhou goes 11th fastest there as he struggled there coming out of the final corner. Only 11th fastest. Let's see, across the line the drivers keep coming. That's Magnussen up into 10th place. That's out of Q1 for now. That's Albon up into 8th place. Let's see everyone else coming through. Yeah, Albon up into 8th fastest. A lot of drivers still have a lot to give though. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna be pushing from the top drivers. Alonso's already eased off, so has Perez. I think Leclerc may be coming back in. They are not in danger, but the guys who are though are Sargent, Hamilton, Stroll, Ocon, and Gasly. Yeah, Stroll sets the second fastest time. Stroll goes with a flyer over there. As he comes across the line, let's see Lewis Hamilton. Can he do something to get out of that bottom 5? Yes, he can. Up into 10th place for the Brit on the Mercedes. And now Ocon and Gasly are battling there to see if they can improve some track position. No one else has been improving. Let's see if Ocon or Gasly can get through and out of Q1. Gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. They really seem to be the two slowest cars. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures of the sides of those Alpines yesterday. They had like holes cut out very sloppily. Engine seems to be overheating, underpowered, and the package seems to be a little bit sloppy, the aero package. So let's see, Ocon across the line. Is he out of Q1? He's not. P19 for him, and Gasly not improving on the second sector. He stays in P20, I reckon. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, not enough. So Bottas, Zhou, Sargent, Ocon, and Gasly out in Q1. Sainz, Stroll, Verstappen, Norris, Alonso, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Albon, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Piastri, Ricciardo, and Hülkenberg make it through, and so does Magnussen. So both of the Hasses through to Q2. They were reckoning they had the worst car off the grid, and now suddenly they have the third to worst car, you know? It's better. I mean, it's better than the Sauber, that's for sure, and better than the Alpine, who no one saw coming in pre-season testing. Now you're gonna have to wait for me a second because I gotta make a technical stop. I'll be right back. Just 2 minutes. Did you miss me? Yeah, so gap to P15 was a 10th. Ocon gets told and he says, perfect, guys. He says he's got faith. Okay, well, you're gonna need a little bit more than faith. There's going to be a crazy season. Let's hope that it is. And let's hope that now multi-viewer works. Let's see if I can get it open. F1 TV. Ham on. Watch live. Open setup. Please. Yes! We're back. Okay. We got all engines firing on all cylinders. So you configure sync. Okay, so everything's back to the way it's supposed to be. Perfectly balanced, like all things should be. Good. Now that Stroll's gotten possessed by Ayrton Senna, it's over. Yeah, Track Evolution was crazy, but the top guys did not see it fit to run. Why? Because it's using a full new set of tires that they could still hold to Q2, Q3, or even the race. More so a soft set of tires that they were trying to get up to temperature and destroy in a lap. So once they saw that the bottom runners were not going to get top 5 times, they stopped pushing, and I think that was a measured and a good response. But still, Stroll had to, so did Hamilton. Hamilton, though, only getting up into 10th place. Stroll, decent performance, up into 2nd place. Alright, let's see, as Q2 is gonna get underway in just a few seconds. Yeah, so track dominance split between Sainz and Verstappen right now. The Ferrari's faster through all the third sector and half of the second one. Verstappen could only be better in the first sector and little bit of half of the second one, so it's pretty split half and half. But going into turn 4, it's Carlos Sainz domination all the way. Let's see what's left in those two cars. Let's see what's left on the rest of the grid. Hey, Matthias Gustafsson. Alpine, the team said that for 2022 that the engine had better reliability because they went for power. Yeah, they got no power and also no reliability. Well, thank Luca De Meo, Otmar Safnauer. We got a lot of names that we can pop out here. Pierre, well, not so much Pierre Gasly, but Esteban Ocon for sure. And yeah, there's a lot of names that that have some part in, sinking the team. Honestly, there's so much team instability in Alpine that I don't even know who the team boss is right now. I just realized that. I'm like, who's the actual team boss of Alpine? I know everyone else's. Of course I do. But Alpine's... who's that? You know? Sainz world champion. Yeah, remember what I said. Remember what I said of Ferrari being strong here on Bahrain? That could still just be a Bahrain thing. I didn't thank Matthias enough for the donation. Thank you so much for donating. That helps us a lot here. If you've enjoyed the stream so far, if you've enjoyed the live coverage of this Q1 session of qualifying of the first Grand Prix of the year, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to, of course, we're always open to donations, little tips, thanks, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it's greatly appreciated. Stroll with actual testing what to Flem. Sainz must keep Ferrari. Yes, yes they do, but you know they decided not to. Sainz is such a good driver that's like tossed around across the paddock. You know, it's kind of sad, honestly. But I always say his worst mistake was leaving McLaren. I mean, he was building that team up to... If Ricciardo hasn't been there, I reckon they could have won a few more races. They could have been much more competitive much earlier in history. Maybe 2021, 2022. But unfortunately, that just wasn't it. And I think that's because, in part, Carlos Sainz left. But oh well. That's always a chip in my shoulder, you know? Andretti should buy Alpine. Yes, they should. And also, the French government is underfunding the team right now. It's moving some of the funds. So that may be closer than we expect. Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Piastri, and Norris are already out on the track as we're now looking at George Russell in the pits. Stroll is also joining those. Yeah, so the Haas, the McLarens, Stroll, Ricciardo, all out in the track already. Oh, okay, everyone's coming out, yeah. So, just FYI, the teams are as follows: Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Williams, then it's Haas, it's McLaren, but then it's Toro Rosso. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be calling them Bisaka Shop RB through this season because that's a mouthful. That's insane, and that's just not how we roll here. And it looks like a Toro Rosso. It's the same team as a Toro Rosso, so I'm just gonna call it one. It's Toro Rosso, and of course, Stake F1 Team Sauber is just Sauber. So we're just gonna call them Sauber. We went from 2 alphas to none. And yeah, I may get confused a little bit there as I commentate on the races, just FYI, but it takes a few races to get used to the new team names, as always, so don't worry about that. Yeah, I'm not be calling them racing balls either. That's ridiculous. I like calling them Minardi. Yes, that's also a popular name. But since they look, I mean, Minardi was a completely different team. They're still owned by the same people who own Toro Rosso. They're run by the same people who run Toro Rosso, and they look like a Toro Rosso. So even though Minardi is completely valid, and if you say Minardi in the chat, I know who you're referring to. I will not be referring to them as RV, Visa Cash App, RV, V-Carve, any of the insane things that are being thrown out. And Minardi, of course, which is not insane, but I just prefer to say Toro Rosso. Forza Toro Rosso, exactly, yes. So Magnussen's right now getting a faster Sector 1 than Piastri or... Oh, well, actually, no, not Piastri. but he was getting a faster first sector than Norris there. Let's see, everyone is out on the track apart from, well, no one. Everyone's out on track right now. On out laps, yeah, but the last car just exited the pits. Norris, purple sector 1. Nah, you can't call them minorities that go through Q3, it's disrespectful. Of course it is, yeah, of course. RVs. Call them RV to piss people off. Well, when you... That's also for me to do my job easier. To make my job easier, because if you guys say RV in the chat, I don't know if you're referring to RV or if you're referring to Red Bull. Because it's natural to type RV and be referring to Red Bull, but all through preseason I've had that dilemma internally. I had to think of the context and then reply to say if it was Racing Bulls, Toro Rosso, or Red Bull. So yeah, just call them Toro Rosso or TR for short, and that's gonna be good. So Magnussen and Hülkenberg the first two set times. Next comes Oscar Piastri, who dethrones them, and of course Lando Norris to the fastest time so far by 7/10 of a second faster than Oscar Piastri. Okay, so that's a big pace difference between the two. Stroll goes third fastest so far, as, let's see, Ricciardo's gonna come across the line to start his flying lap right now. Oh no, to set his time. That's P5, that's the slowest one so far, as Magnussen's time has been deleted, by the way. Yuki Tsunoda comes across the line, he goes 5th fastest, ahead of Ricciardo. Ricciardo's 1.2 seconds off the pace, actually. That's a big gap there. Alonso across the line, 2nd fastest, splitting both of the McLarens there. Alex Albon through and up into 8th place. Up into 8th for Albon. Sainz is going to be coming up next, up into 3rd. Let's see, Leclerc goes 2nd fastest so far, ahead of Fernando Alonso with a purple 2nd sector for Verstappen, who's a little bit slippery, coming out of the final corner as he comes across the line with the fastest time so far by almost 0.6 of a second. God, that's a big difference. Across the line for Sergio Perez. He's 2nd right now, almost the same time as Lando Norris. Just under 0.6 of a second splits the two Red Bull drivers as George Russell sets the 8th fastest time. Hi Manos Man, how are you, bro? Russell with the 8th fastest time. Yeah, but Verstappen's just that lap, by God. Hamilton goes 6th fastest ahead of Carlos Sainz, right behind Fernando Alonso's Aston Martin. Lando Norris comes into the pits. Lance Stroll comes into the pits. Everyone's going to be coming in. 7.5 minutes left to go to the end of the session. And so far, we've got Verstappen ahead of Perez, ahead of Norris, ahead of Leclerc, Alonso, Hamilton, Sainz, Piastri, Russell, and Stroll. We're now on board with Kevin Magnussen. Looking at how he ran off there, yeah, that's clearly a little bit. He lost. He got his lap time deleted for that. I think that's turn 7. Yeah, the exit of turn 7. Yeah, all 4 tires off the track, so that's lap time invalid. And the guys who are in trouble right now are Nico Hülkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda, Alonso locking up into turn 1. They're in the replay. Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, and Magnussen are all in the elimination zone as we speak right now. George Russell is in danger alongside Lance Stroll, who is in P10. I missed this. Didn't you guys miss this? I mean, it's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a lot of wins by Max Verstappen, but qualifying is always interesting. It's always an exciting time, and yeah, it's, for me, usually it's the best part of the weekend. More so in circuits that are known for speed, but are known for good racing, like, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or Monaco. The Mercedes is bottoming like crazy, says Abirol Patel. Yeah, it looks that way. P6 and P9 right now. Yeah, they seem to be very close. Everyone from Red Bull down, you know. It's gonna be really tough to say who's faster between Ferrari, McLaren, Aston Martin, and Mercedes right now. But as I predicted in preseason, looks, yeah, well, not I predicted, but I suspected it's gonna be Red Bull, then McLaren, Ferrari, Aston Martin and Mercedes all super close. It's going to come down to the drivers themselves, but the teams looks like that's how they are shaping up in terms of speed so far. Well, maybe the Aston's a bit faster than the Mercedes so far, but Stroll's just, Stroll. So that's not really a benchmark. But yeah, behind them, the Toro Rosas are pretty quick. And the Hasses are not as slow as they seem to be. But remember, it's still qualifying. The Hasses have been pretty decent last year as well. That doesn't mean they will not slip down to the back end of the grid during the race. Let's hope, not let's say hope, they can maintain those positions and keep those places, because that's really good for points opportunity, staying at P11, P12, 13. Yeah, I mean, if anything happens in the top 10, which is super hotly contested between the top 10, the top 5 teams, they can slip in for a few points there. And yeah, the Williams, the Toro Rossos, and the Hasses are all super close there. Right behind, though, the top 5. Honda Power is the dominant engine, the pinnacle of the world motorsport. Yeah, it's an RVPT, actually. It's an RVPT. Okay, so drivers are coming out. Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Piastri, Albon, and Stroll have already exited the pits, and everyone is lining up behind them to come out with 4 minutes left to go to qualifying. To Q2, actually, not qualifying, but Q2. Honda engines based on RVPT. It is. But right now it's an RVPT developed power unit. And Honda is going to be coming back in 2 years. Motorizing Aston Martin. So it's going to be a one-team partnership like they were with Red Bull. And, well, actually, it was with the Red Bull family, which is Red Bull and Toro Rosso. But it's pretty much one factory, with 2 teams, which is very advantageous. But, I would still say it's just one customer, a big one, but one customer. And they're going to be coming back and doing the same with Aston Martin. We've seen what they can do, and now they've got the expertise. I don't think it's going to be the same as McLaren Honda, they know how to do this now. Also, we're going to get, of course, the Audi, and we're going to get the Audi is... I forgot, is the Audi going to have a Porsche engine, or is it just going to be an Audi engine? I actually forgot. Oh, how stupid of me. But yeah, we may also get Andretti Cadillac. That's still up for debate, but I hope that it happens. And everyone other than the Mercedes is out on track. Let's see, Hülkenberg with a purple first sector. Yes, he does. Audi's developing their own power unit. Yeah, but is it going to be branded as Audi or Porsche? Because it was a rumor that Porsche may come in only as an engine supply. Of course, then the Red Bull Ford deal happened, which means they backed off. But I don't know if... I think Audi may just be an Audi power unit as well. Would make a lot of sense, Yvette, stop it. Okay, 1 minute 40 remaining. So let's see what the timings shape up to be, as pretty much everyone started their fast laps already. Russell and Hamilton are out on the circuit now as well, of course. Alonso's got a nice bit of track for him. So does Tsunoda, and Sainz may be coming up to a little bit of traffic. Oh, Paula with a donation. Thank you so much for the best channel out there. Gladly appreciate that one. Thank you, Paula, for always being here, for donating, for supporting the channel. It's really appreciated, and you're a really big part of the community. Okay, times. Let's see. The first times are being set. Piastri up into 6th place right now with 50 seconds left to the end to the checker flag, actually. Alex Albon goes up into 8th, right behind Fernando Alonso. We're gonna get Stroll, we're gonna get Norris right now. Let's see, Stroll across the line, goes up into 8th place. That's Norris starting a fast lap, the same as Hamilton, getting a cheeky slipstream there. Daniel Ricciardo up into 10th so far, only can manage 10th. Let's see, Carlos Sainz is going to be coming across the line next with the purple sector 2. Can he dethrone Verstappen? He cannot, but he's still up into 2nd place, a 129.0, just 2/10 of a second behind Max Verstappen's time. Yuki Tsunoda up into 8th. In the top 10, of course. Fernando Alonso up next. Can he improve on his time? He can, up into 3rd place for Alonso. Leclerc with a purple sector 2. He's gonna come across the line next. Can he be one of the fastest times? I think he can. He's gonna be in front of Carlos Sainz. He is, and he's in front of Verstappen as well by 0.2 of a second. Leclerc's got a lot of pace in that Ferrari still. It's not over yet. It's still a fight that we can still have here. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Leclerc P1 as he takes the checkered flag. Max Verstappen, I don't think he's gonna be coming. No, he comes in. Let's see, Nico Hülkenberg, I reckon he's gonna be coming in as well. Same as Kevin Magnussen. The only 2 drivers right now who have yet to set their times are Hamilton and Russell, who are in P13 and P15. As things stand right now, both of them are out of qualifying. Is Stroll going to be out in Q2? Yes, he is. Disaster. Again, Russell up into 6th place, though. Stroll, my god, bro. Hamilton across the line up into 4th place. That's Yuki Tsunoda. That's Lance Stroll out of qualifying along with Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen. Stroll already disappointing. 0.6 of a second between himself, 0.5 of a second between himself and his teammate is. That's a lot. That's a lot. Still, yeah. Tsunoda out, Stroll out, Albon out, Ricciardo out, and Magnussen out. So both of the Toro Rossos, Williams are out now as well. But Haas, P6 for Nico Hülkenberg. He's through to Q3. Leclerc ahead of Verstappen, ahead of Sainz, Hamilton, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Russell, Perez, Norris, and Piastri right now. Yeah, the map, it's gonna get fixed for tomorrow. Don't worry about that. It just, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, guys. So close, Tsunoda to Piastri, though. So close. It's like, it's 7,000ths of a second splitting P10 and P11. So I don't know if Piastri had a bad lap or if the Toro Rossos are really fast, but it's really close up there. It's really close up there. Did Mercedes go through? Yes, both of them went through. P4 and P7 for Hamilton and Russell, respectively. Oh yeah, get Stroll out of Formula 1. Please, I'm begging you. We keep getting like, okay, well, maybe this season. No. 24 races of pure disappointments up ahead for Lance Stroll. He needs to get his shit together. He won't get his shit together. We already know he's not that fast. Why? How is he still in that team? He's going to be costing millions to that team. Millions. It's insane. It's insane. Okay. Leave him alone. No, I'm not gonna leave him alone. I'm tired, dude. It's how many years have we had this conversation? It's the first race of the season. Yes, I know. Am I pissed? Yes, I am. Okay. We got a few minutes to the start of Q3 where everything's gonna be decided for Bahrain. We still got 10 cars in contention for the pole. Well, actually, not 10 cars are in contention. Well, actually, yeah, sure. Anything can still happen. Hülkenberg can get pole position if it's crazy enough. The map is no one's on track right now, so don't worry about the map. It's being worked on. We know there's a problem with the map. Don't need to remind us. We're trying to get it fixed. We're trying to do the best we can. So, hold it for a bit. And guys, if you spam, we're just gonna get muted. It's as easy as that. Don't spam. No one should spam. There's no reason for spamming. Stroll has shown moments of brilliance, but he's so inconsistent. I don't think he has the stones for it, the fearless killer instinct that takes to be a champ. Oh, of course, not even talk about champ. Let's talk about decent driver. Moments of brilliance is not enough. Is definitely not enough. I mean, moments of brilliance. I can have moments of brilliance. Doesn't mean I should be a Formula One driver. That's insane. Okay, well, a few minutes left to go to the start of Q3. Hulk the GOAT, of course, yes. I mean, that Haas is much faster than what anyone thought it was going to be. I, for once, I am a little bit worried. I mean, I would love for this just to be the pace, and that's it. But the Hasses have a tendency to, sink in race conditions. Sink to the very bottom. And as much as I really, really love seeing them up on top right now here in Q3 in the first race of the season, we cannot call much yet. We have to wait until tomorrow to see what the race pace and race performance is. Here's to hoping that they can hold that position and that they can get some really decent points from the get-go, and that they can already outperform their season last year where they only got, I think it was 7 points between the two of them. 8? It was less than 10, that I'm sure of. But let's go. Q3 is about to be underway. If Aston switched Stroll for an F2 driver like Antomeni or Behrman, they would do good. Yes, they definitely would. They definitely would. Oh well. Still, we are. Who's leading? No one's leading. This is qualifying, and no one's out on the track. 20th anniversary of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's insane. No one's out yet, so don't worry about the timings. We are already working on it. We already know there's a problem, so saying fix it, don't think will do much, but you can try. McLaren, let's see if they have some more pace there. Right now, P9 and P10, I mean, I reckon they do because, traffic and everything. But that's a little bit concerning, P9, P10. I'll have to wait still. There's a lot of time to go. They didn't set their lap times last. They are still through. Barely, but still through. Let's see. Let's see what they can do right now as they come out. Yep, one of the first drivers. That's Hulkenberg out. That's everyone out, of course. Hulkenberg, the first car out on track. Oh, a little bit racy there. Russell and Verstappen, Verstappen really wanted to be out there in front of. Russell really wanted to be out there in front of Verstappen. Sergio Perez with used softs for the first fast lap here of Q3. Everyone is out there. Oh no, the Ferraris are not. The Ferraris are yet to come out. But let's see, 11 minutes left to go to Q3. That's everything, pretty much. They're going to be setting banker times now with perhaps used tires like Perez, and then with a few seconds remaining, track evolution already done, everything already set in stone. there's going to be the final times, and that's where we're going to see the lineups for tomorrow's race. Remember, guys, the race is tomorrow. Oh, yeah, it's Friday qualifying. It's a lot of you here, more than I thought, for Friday qualifying. So thank you so much. If you've enjoyed it so far, make sure to drop a like. It really does help us out. And if you're new here, join the channel, subscribe to the channel. That's greatly appreciated as well. Lewis Hamilton, right now, we're looking at as now Alonso's not out. Alonso's still in there. Okay, are they gonna be just doing a one-shot qualifying? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. But yeah, Alonso's in the pits, and that always worries me. Why do they do that always? My god. It's the only driver that does that. I've got PTSD from McLaren Honda, guys. Don't blame me. Yeah, no, the car's not coming out. The engine's blown up in the pits. There's an oil leak. You know? No, wouldn't be the first time. Okay, so Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Russell, Norris, Piastri are all on the track right now. Max, purple, sector 1, yes. Yes, he is. Hülkenberg with a purple sector 2. That's quick. Let's see. Norris now holds the purple sector 2. He's taken it away from Nico Hülkenberg, who's done pretty decently across the technical part of the track. Alonso still to come out. My god. Starting to sweat. 8 minutes and a half remaining to this session. Lando Norris goes fastest of the drivers so far, in front of Nico Hülkenberg and Oscar Piastri, who goes third. Just third for Piastri behind Nico Hülkenberg. That's surprising. Russell up into P1. Up into P1 for Russell. That's going to be Verstappen coming across the line. Up next, RS. Great quality, great commentary. Thank you, RS. Thank you for your donation. As Max Verstappen goes fastest by 0.2 of a second. Alonso hasn't come out. I don't think he's going to be coming out for this first run, but that limits his performance on the second one. If he makes a mistake, he's out. P4 for Hamilton. As it's now P5 since Sergio Perez took P4 on the Red Bull. Ahead of Carlos Sainz, who's going to be coming up next across the line right now. Is he going to be... Okay, he goes third fastest, faster than Norris, faster than Perez. I don't think it's got the pace to beat Verstappen on this first lap, at least so far. Leclerc across the line. Used set of tires, go second fastest, so it may be still up for grabs for Leclerc. Only half a tenth of a second between Verstappen and Leclerc there. Oh my. So right now it's Verstappen, provisional pole position, ahead of Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, Norris, Verstappen, Hamilton, Hülkenberg and Piastri, with Alonso haven't set a time so far. Where's Alonso in the pits? He's saving tires, presumably. It's 3 laps of... Oh, Alonso's coming out now. So he may just do 2 fast laps back to back, because it's a weird spot to come out right now. It's not optimal for track evolution yet. 6 minutes left to go. Is he gonna be doing 2 laps, fast laps back to back, or is he gonna be doing 3 laps? Installation, fast lap, and in lap, and then going for just a quick new set of tires and doing the same? I have no idea. New set of tires for Aston. I mean, he's not gonna get traffic, that's for sure. Perhaps he's banking on that. He's like, okay, well, there's gonna be a lot of traffic. Oh, Russell, right? It's really poor at turn 6. Almost lost it. Yeah, a bit of it snappy there. On the exit of turn 6, as Alonso's through the second DRS zone right now. The track all to himself. Let's see. Yeah, because I mean, if he can get his fast lap done before traffic, that could be decent. 5 minutes left to the end of the session. He, I reckon, is gonna be setting his last lap unless he does 2 fast laps back to back, which would be surprising. 5 minutes left to go because, the amount of fuel and everything more so than anything. Through 14 into 15, and Alonso is going to be starting his fast lap now. Charles was on used softs. Yes, he was on used soft tires. That's where, what tires he set the second fastest time in. Okay, Alonso. Through turn 1. No purple mini sectors so far. Into 4, DRS closes as he goes through 5, 6, and 7 complex. That's already 1.5 tenths down on Verstappen's time. Piastri is on an outlap right now. Norris is as well. Yeah, so the second sector is usually the Aston Martin's weak point. The first one is its best point, but still, it was not a purple sector. It was a ways of Fernando Alonso. I don't think it's that quick of a lap so far. Through 11 into 12 through the end of the second sector. Purple sector. Okay, that's good. Pretty good. That's his low point, so good. Now straight line, which Aston Martin's good at. Into 14 through 15, and where does that position him? He goes across the line, and Alonso goes third fastest. That's decent. Piastri, Norris, and Hülkenberg are out on outlaps. 3 minutes left to the end of the session. It's a decent lap. The first sector was not as good as it should be. Perhaps trouble haven't seen the exit of turn 1 or 2 because we're looking at a Russell replay, but yeah, probably that's where the problems were, because at the end, through turn 4, he was already looking quite quick. A purple middle sector, that's the part where they used to struggle more in testing and free practice. And yeah, decent third sector to close it all off. Yeah, just 1.2 tenths of a second below Max Verstappen's time. No, sorry, Charles Leclerc's time. Okay, now everyone is out. Everyone is out right now. And is Alonso just gonna go and crash into a corner to force a red flag? Imagine that. 2 minutes left to go. Piastri improving on the first sector. He is, of course, in P10, so he better improve on the first sector. Let's look at Sergio Perez. He comes into the second sector. Not an improvement. Not an improvement. No one improving so far apart from, well, Piastri there. And, of course, Nico Hülkenberg is also improving. That's good to see. Nico is in P9. Is it going to be faster than Piastri? Looks that way so far, at least. That second sector is really a strong point for Piastri, who goes... Is he going to go purple there? Is it going to go purple? Not enough for purple, but still pretty decent. Pretty decent improvement for the McLaren on the second sector right now. We're also looking at Norris, who's not improved on the first, but's got that purple second sector. Alonso comes in. Is that going to be faster than the Aston Martin's time? As Oscar Piastri comes across the line, he goes up into 7th, only 7th. That's Max Verstappen grabbing a cheeky slipstream from Oscar Piastri as Norris got a purple second sector, comes across the line. Just 6th. Just 6th. Nico Hülkenberg, is he gonna be faster than both of the McLarens? Let's see Nico Hülkenberg. DRS open. Nope. Not improving on the third one. Not improving on the third sector as he gives a little slipstream for Carlos Sainz, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen all now out on fast laps, and Russell not improving on the first sector, but Hamilton, is. Hamilton improves on the first sector time. Let's hope that he does, because he's got he's 9th. So Max Verstappen's got a purple first sector again. Is there going to be competition for P1 or is there not? Hamilton improves again in the second sector. Let's see Russell as he comes through the third sector across the line for George Russell. Is he going to beat Fernando Alonso there? He does, improves and goes up into third. So he's going to be so far sharing the second row with the Aston Martin as Hamilton can only manage 8th. Hamilton can only manage 8th place. Oh god, Max Verstappen across the line. I think it's going to be improving on his fast time. Yes, 0.3 of a second faster. Provisional pole position. 0.3 up on Charles Leclerc as he comes across the line. Leclerc goes. Is he going to be faster than Max Verstappen? I don't think it is, but let's see across the line. He's not. He's not. Can Carlos Sainz make it up? Can Sergio Perez make it up? I think it's Max Verstappen for pole position right now. Carlos Sainz ahead of Alonso right now. Alonso drops down to P5, so that's Alonso in Carlos Sainz in P4, Alonso in P5 right now. Piastri comes into the pits, and Perez drops Alonso down another place, down into P6 for him. And that's Verstappen ahead of Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, Perez, Alonso, Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, and Russell for qualifying. That's Jos Verstappen in the pit lane. Jos Verstappen, it's a complicated person right now in Red Bull. Verstappen, P1, first pole position of the season, ahead of Leclerc, ahead of Russell, Sainz, Perez, Alonso, Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, and Hülkenberg. Wow, first qualifying session of the year, and I forgot how exciting this was. Absolutely loved it. And yeah, out of Q1, so it's 11th place for Yuki Tsunoda, then it's going to be Lance Stroll, Alex Albon, then Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas, Zhou Guanyu, Logan Sargent, and then it's the Alpines of Ocon and Gasly for the last row of the grid coming into tomorrow's race. That's it for qualifying, that's it for me today. Let's hope you enjoyed. I sure did. Qualifying is always fun. I'm glad F1 is back. I'm just gonna say it. Verstappen Team Radio. That was enough, yeah. Pole position by 2.3 of a second. And I gotta get to work. Holy shit. Thank you all guys so much for watching. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow. I gotta go to work. I'm 2 minutes late already. 3 now. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Bye.